So what I'm saying is, that to me is the most that a woman can give you. I don't believe that a woman should be struggling and you should go into her house and her fucking lights are off and you jumping up and down on her. God damn, at least help. Now that's not to say that you need to be paying all the bills. What kind of shit is that? But you should, if you can help a woman when she's down, why would you not help her? Why would you take everything from her and not help her if she
because she a grown fucking adult and you don't get extra points for being able to take care of yourself. That's called being a human. Right? Listen. It's not my responsibility to make sure. It's not my responsibility to make sure that you take care of because you can't function as a human being, Scoop.
Take care of your wife?
Yeah, but that's my wife.
Of course you do,
that's
bro.
my wife.
There you go.
But here's the difference though, Scoop. How much value does she bring to me in showing that she's a wife?
Just listen. I agree with you.
You're conflating the two. You're conflating the two. There's a difference between a wife and a hoe, right? We're not gonna keep placing hoes in the roles of wives and thinking that they get the same benefits.
They don't. Fuck with hoes. I don't fuck with everybody who's for the streets. There's a specific kind of woman that I deal with in my life. I don't just fuck with chicks that fucking live. We're not talking about you. We're not talking about. We talking about in general. When we speak to the majority, not the minority, right? We're not speaking from anecdotal experience. My point is that we're not gonna keep conflating it and thinking, and a lot of these women thinking that they deserve to be treated the same way that the wives is getting treated, and they don't. And that's one of the problems is that we keep conflating arguments. We agree.
A hoe is a hoe,
we agree.
And a wife is a wife. The same way that a dude that ain't married and a dude that's for the streets is for the streets.
100%.
And a dude that operates as a husband. Listen, we so fucked up that we keep saying that we want partners. Partners? What do you mean partners? I don't want no fucking partner. I want a wife.
Me too.
And it's always a hierarchy. It's God over man, man over woman, woman over child. And we've lost our place. And we keep allowing for these people to think that they're on the same level as us, which continues to perpetuate the behavior, and we're passing on generational curses, and it's getting worse and worse every single year because now we can't tell the difference between who's who and who's moving the way that they're supposed to move and who's not. Even to the point to where now we advocating for dudes to go and save somebody else's kid as a stepfather.
Right.
That's crazy.
I mean, listen. I mean,
crazy.
That's the game because the family
never advocate for a man to take care of another man's kid that don't look like him, that don't respect him as the same, don't get the benefits that come along with it, and does not pass on his legacy.
Listen, I agree. Hold on, let me step in. I agree with that. For me, I can only speak to myself. I have had my kids my entire life. I've been through 2 divorces, one with the children's mother, because my kids are from the same woman, and a second marriage. During the entire time I've had my kids, I've never paid a child support payment in my entire life. My daughter is in her last year of fucking Penn State University. I have never done that. I've gone through this entire shit on my own, being the father. It was hard. I did shit. You know what I do? It's tough. But I do understand that in today's world, relationships don't work, and there are women who have kids that are now in the dating pool or whatever. Now you have to be honest. I just want to finish my thought. Ladies,
they shouldn't be in the dating pool.
Hold on, listen. Can I just finish? Ladies,
no man should marry a single mother.
Hold on, listen. Can I finish? Well, you gotta let me finish.
No
man.
Ladies,
y'all gotta be realistic with yourself. Like I did a video last week. You can't be 40 with 3 kids telling me that you don't want a man that got kids. The fuck is wrong with you? You gotta understand where you are in the fucking the food chain. Like, you out of your mind. But the problem is that all of our families are fractured. So what happens, Anton, when you have a woman who has kids and the father walked away from his responsibilities? And let me just be clear.
You should pick better. Hold accountable.
Sorry, let me just finish. I want to be clear to everybody out there. A man who don't take care of his fucking kids is not a fucking man to me. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're my friend or not. I don't care nothing. If you don't take care of your kids, if you're not in your kid's life, you shouldn't even look yourself in the motherfucking mirror because you're not a man. But with that, are we on the same page about that? I'm sure we are. But what I'm saying to, what I'm going back to say is this. These family's a fraction and these women have kids, what they supposed to do, bro? Tell me what they
hold them accountable and let them fail.
Yeah, but listen, what are they supposed to tell me what they supposed to do?
You asked me a question. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Here's the thing. She should have picked. The beautiful thing about life is that now you said that we in a different time, right?
We are.
I think that things should go back to the way that they used to be. Almost to the point to where, well, let me rewind, right? You advocated for equal. You wanted to be equal, right? But you didn't really want to be equal. You wanted to be equal when it came to the opportunities and the benefits that came along with men. But you didn't want to be equal when it came to what men go through and how they're held accountable with regard to society. And the evidence of that is that feminism advocates against updating family court laws, but they advocate for women making as much money as men. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So now that we got that established, right? Men don't get a safety net. As a matter of fact, not only do men, hold on, Scoop. Not only do men not get a safety net, she can put your name on the birth certificate knowing that it's not even your child, and you still will have to pay child support and even be held accountable to the point to where you can be thrown in jail if you don't. Now, what we saying now is conflating arguments in this whole equal, evolved place that we in, right? And that we don't hold them accountable. Somehow they're still supposed to have this safety net. Another bitch ass dude can come along and save her and pick up the pieces of another man fucking her, putting his stuff in her, almost like an alien. You plant a seed in this chick and they almost got to cut it out now. It doesn't look like you. It doesn't respect you. It don't talk like you. It don't have your DNA, right? She can go out and do anything that she wants. She can slut it out on college campuses. We all know college campuses is now indoctrination camps and opportunities for women to then find themselves, right? Live her whole life, do what she want to do. And then now we're holding men accountable and calling them ain't shit dudes and using words like toxic masculinity when it ain't nothing toxic about being a man. Also on top of that, why we don't use toxic femininity. And then you throw in a little bit of sprinkle on top. And this is the sprinkle on top. This is the cherry on top of it, right? The beautiful part about it, the awesome part about it, right, is that not only do we hold guys accountable for being ain't shit dudes, it's a false narrative. Because the overwhelming majority of the women that are having children are having them with the minority group of men. It's a small group of black men, and this is how black men get painted in a bad picture. A small group of black men are having the majority of the children. Most black men don't have kids out of wedlock. Most black men take care of their children. Most black men are single and they taking care of their business and on top of things. But then we have a small minority of guys which women are choosing to have kids with, even though they know that they have kids, even though they know they for the streets, even though they know that these motherfuckers ain't never gonna be shit, but they say that we can change him. They're having a small amount of men are having the majority of the children with the majority of the women. 80% of the women is having kids with 20% of the men. So if that's the problem, if that's the issue, who do you really hold accountable? Do you hold black men accountable or do you hold black women accountable?